Hey there. So I am back today to talk about setting up a calm down corner. So this would work whether you are a parent or a teacher. You can absolutely have calm down corners in your classroom or you can have one at home. So what is a calm down corner? First of all, it's a place in your classroom, in your house, where your kids can go to calm down. It's that simple. What it is not is a place to send your kids for a timeout or for punishment. So you really want the calm down corner to be a place that feels safe to your kids, that feels comfortable, that they want to go to, because this is yet another strategy that we're teaching them to help them when they are feeling escalated. So this could be a desk in a classroom, kind of off to the side. If you're in a classroom, a couple of my tips would be to, first of all, make it comfortable. Um, Use flexible seating options. Use some low lighting. Have some growth mindset posters hanging, or nice things hanging around for them to read or look at. You can have a shelf with books on it, with paper for journaling, um, sensory tools. All of the things that we've kind of talked about in a lot of these videos, you could have as tools for them in the calm down area. Now, it's also going to be important in a classroom to ensure that the place that you choose, the kids can still participate in class, but not feel like they are kind of like on display. So off in a corner where if they're choosing to still participate, they can still see you, they can still hear you, you can see them, you can hear them. You obviously don't want it to be in a place where you can't see the child when they go to the calm down corner. Now, if you are setting up a calm down corner in your house, this could just be a quiet space in a different room. So it could be in a playroom, it could be in a home office, it could be in their bedroom, it could be in the middle of your dining room. Really, it could be wherever you want it to be. And maybe it is a small desk or a corner of a table where you have a bin of tools that your kids are able to use. So, really, what your goal is here is to get the kids to the point where they recognize that they are escalated for some reason and that they need to calm down. And they may ask to use the calm down corner. Now, when I said earlier you don't want to use it as punishment, that doesn't mean that you can't suggest they spend some time in the calm down corner. You certainly can. It might be, hey, I can see that you are really upset right now. And I know that it's going to be really difficult for you to focus on our math mini lesson. So why don't you go spend a couple of minutes in the calm down corner so that you can get yourself calmed down and be able to return to learning in a few minutes. So that's a really good way that you can kind of suggest that they go there without them feeling like they're in trouble and they're being sent to the calm down corner, because we want this to be a positive thing. So when they're there, they can use sensory tools, they might journal, you might have a radio with, some headphones for them to listen to, one or two songs quietly. The possibilities are endless, but you really want to make sure again that it's a more comfortable spot and it doesn't feel like I'm being sent to the corner kind of situation. Again, if you're in a classroom, one of the questions that I get almost every single time I do a training and we talk about calm down corners is, well, how do I keep the other kids from congregating back there? So, certainly, you're going to have those situations where, well, my best friend is over there, so of course I want to go over there, right? It's all about setting expectations. Just like anything else in a classroom, you set those expectations up at the beginning. So, what are the rules? Only one person is in the calm down corner at a time. Maybe we set a timer so that the kids know that there's a time limit. You can't just go and spend the rest of the day in the calm down corner, right? As much as we would all love to do that. You know, we don't go back there unless it's very obvious we really need to calm down. This is not a choice that we're making because we want to get out of, our reading small group, or whatever it is. And will those things happen? Of course. Even when you set expectations and you talk through procedures, all of these things are going to happen. So then you have to use your best judgment in, helping a child to decide whether they should go back there or not. At home, this is a little bit easier. You don't kind of have all of those extraneous things going on. So it can really just be more of a, I recognize that you're really upset with me right now, or with your sister, or whatever it is. Why don't you go spend some time? It's not a punishment. This is to help you, and we need to set this purpose. It's to help you recognize how you're feeling in your body so that you can then help yourself and do something about that. Now, kids are not going to be able to self regulate on their own the first time or even the 100th time. So we have to make sure we're introducing the tools that we have in our calm down corner. If we have sensory tools, do they know how to use them? If we have journaling or reflection pages, do they know that they're there and how to fill them out? If we give them these tools, they have to know what their options are and how to use them so that they can begin to make choices for themselves in terms of what feels good, um, as a de-escalation strategy. This is really great though, in terms of helping our kids understand their emotions and understand how to regulate their emotions. So it's certainly going to take some work from you up front and some explicit instruction on how to use it, what the parameters are, what the procedures are, all of those things before we can just kind of open it up for them to, have at it. So, this is a really great option if you are a parent. We set one up at our house during the pandemic when we were all at home because emotions were running really high. And my kids needed that outlet. We also had just some quiet activities, puzzles, things that they could build with, putty, just things that they could do to just kind of collect themselves before they rejoined whatever it is they were supposed to be doing in virtual learning or with our family or whatever it was. So I am going to drop some pictures in the comments and notes so you can see some different examples of what a calm down corner might look like. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can always email me, ask questions in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. This is a really great tool, especially during this time when so many of us are spending more time at home. It's great to have them set up at homes, not just in classrooms. In classrooms, I always recommend that every single classroom has one. So if kids are moving around, if they're in the gym, the cafeteria, wherever they are, they always have that option of going to the calm down corner. So if you have one already, I'd love to hear about it. If you have questions or want to know more, I'd love to hear about that too. Good luck.